Let me just remind you where we came from. Let me just remind you where we came from. Genesis chapter 1. You know this. Genesis chapter 1, the first chapter of Genesis, spends its first day, second day, third day, fourth day, creation, verse 27. So God created mankind in his own image. In the image of God, he created them. Where did we come from? We came from being created in the image of a God. And in the context of Genesis chapter 1, when you say, well, what do I know about this God? You read Genesis chapter 1 and all you know is that he is incredibly powerful and creative. And we were made in his image. Hallelujah. Where did we come from? We came from being created by the hands of a God who had just spent a week speaking, and stuff came from nothing. But not just stuff, beautiful, incredible, magnificent stuff. That's where we came from. Powerful. A God who could put planets and solar systems and little tiny buttercup flowers. That's where we came from. And we were created in his image. At the end of this creation week, God says to himself, the plurality of the Godhead, let's make man in our image that has big dreams that we can co-labor with to accomplish incredible things. Dorothy Sayers, in her book Letters to the Church, you know her line. She said, "We have declawed the Lion of the tribe of Judah. We've made him so he's a household pet for pale curates and little old ladies. We've made him nice." John Eldridge, you know his work on Wild at Heart and all of that. He says, let me put the words on the screen for you. I wonder if the Egyptians, he's talking about after the 10 plagues, he said, I wonder if the Egyptians would have described Yahweh as a really nice guy. I wonder if the people who had seen what God does on behalf of his people, when you oppose God's people, you oppose God himself. Whoa. Don't mess with him. That was the word from the Egyptians that carried all the way to Canaan. And when they got to Canaan, when they got to Jericho, the people already knew about their God because of what the Egyptians had said about him. They didn't describe him as, no, he's a really nice guy. Just kind of, no, they said, watch out for this God of the Jews. This Jehovah God. He's not someone you mess with. Now, listen. I know it may sound like we're trying to plug in a little cassette, a self-help cassette that just repeats for an hour. You can do it. You can do it. You are strong. You can. Not at all. We're not doing that at all. Oswald Chambers. Let's go to Oswald Chambers, who wrote the incredible classic, My Utmost for His Highest. This isn't from there, but he says, hey, look, to be certain of God means that we are uncertain in all our ways. To be certain of God, who our creator is, who we're in the image of, means that we are uncertain in all our ways. We do not know what a day may bring forth. Keep reading. Watch how he finishes this off. This is generally said with a sigh of sadness. I just don't know what's coming next. I wish I knew what today. But he said, wait. It should rather be an expression of breathless expectation. Woo! I don't know what God's got next, but I know we can handle it. Him and I together. He's incredible. Maybe the truth is that we've been listening to the self-help cassette too long. I can do it. Well, what can I do? Whatever I can do must be what God can do. But it's actually the opposite. Whatever God can do, I can do. Could it be that that's been our problem? We've been listening to the voice in our own head far too long instead of listening to the truth of who our God is. If we bind him by our limits, that is a sad experience. But if we become freed by his limits, hallelujah.